Today we are going to read the Murli of 20th March 1969. Okay, just one moment. I think I've gone to the second Murli first. Give me a moment, please. I'll just reopen the other. Yes, of 13th March 1969. Equality in the virtues of love and power. So Baba says, are you sitting in soul consciousness whilst on the pilgrimage of remembrance? In which main virtue have you stabilized your consciousness whilst on the pilgrimage of remembrance? Although you're on the pilgrimage of remembrance, which main virtue are you the embodiment of? What is your main virtue at this moment? So think about it. What is your main virtue at this moment? We'll just pause for a moment. Keep these ideas for the churning later. At present, all of you are especially in the stage of being the embodiment of love. But as well as being the embodiment of love, according to the situations of the present time, you also have to be the embodiment of power to the same extent. Have you seen the images of the goddesses? What is the main speciality in the images of the goddesses? Have you never examined your image with attention? When the images of the goddesses are created, apart from Kali, they are all portrayed with moist eyes. Like we are aware that goddess Kali is powerful and she has a slightly different portrayal of image. But besides her, all the goddesses are portrayed with moist eyes. Their eyes are portrayed as being lost in love. And together with that, when the face is created, the sanskars of power are visible on their faces. Love, compassion, and coolness are visible in their riding, and the weapons they are holding epitomize the power, the form of power. In the same way, there should be balance of both these virtues in your Shaktis. You should be the embodiment of love just as much as you are the embodiment of power. As yet, you do not have both. Sometimes you have the waves of love, and sometimes you stabilize yourself in being the embodiment of power. Both should be simultaneous and equal. This is the sign of the final perfect stage of a Shakti. What is visible to Bapdada on the foreheads of your children now? Have you seen what is on your forehead? Are you seeing the reward, or are you seeing the sparkling star of the present fortune? Or are you seeing something else? So again, think about it. What do you see on your forehead? Let's pause a moment again. Three things are visible with all three relationships. This is why you were given the trident as a gift. All three stars are visible. One represents the future, the second, the present fortune, and the third, the perfect stage of you, the soul, when you are in Paramdham. It is the star of the perfect stage of the soul. All three stars are visible. Continue to observe these three stars. Sometimes clouds come in front of the stars. Sometimes stars change their position, and sometimes they even fall. Here also, sometimes they change their position, and sometimes they even fall. Sometimes when you see them, they are very high. Sometimes they are in between, and sometimes they are even lower than that. So do not change your position. If you do change your position, it should be to move forward, not to come down. Constantly continue to climb to the eternal, perfect, and complete stage. Become such a star. Here there is no question of anyone falling. All sitting here are good effort makers, but finish your habit of changing position. So Baba is reminding us to become such a beautiful star that there is no question of falling. It should only be to move forward, not to come down. So, what is the result of the Kumaris? What do you think your result is? In which special aspect do you think has there been progress for you? Again, we'll pause here. Just reflect. What has been your journey like? How much have you progressed in this beautiful spiritual journey? So Baba says there's weakness in the pilgrimage of remembrance. This is why there is not so much realization. There is not so much experience at Amrit Vela. Therefore, just as in Sakar days, when you used to go for walks in the fresh air and you were given the aim and experiences of yoga, in the same way, the teachers who are the instruments for the Kumaris should also take them out for half an hour for a walk in solitude. In the beginning, you used to go and sit separately. Some would go to the shore of the ocean, some would go and sit in one place, and some in another place. Let them practice this. There are many big terraces here, and from 7 to 7:30 in the evening is a specially good time. Just as the hours of Amrit Vela are Satguni, pure, in the same way, this time of the evening is also Satguni. People also go out for a walk at this time. At that time, have yoga within the gathering. And now and then, someone should speak in a subtle angelic tone so that if the yoga of the intellect of some is pulled in other directions, their attention will be drawn back again. There is a big weakness in the subject of yoga. Nowadays, you can give training for 1 week to the Kumaris in a school, and they can give lectures and explain at the exhibitions. But this is a question of experiencing super sensuous joy within your life. At that time, think that you're going to Bap Dada on his invitation. Just as Bap Dada goes touring, in the same way, the power of your intellect's yoga, you can also go touring. When you have the experience of the pilgrimage of remembrance, the influence of your subtle angelic stage will be visible through your eyes and activity. Then create a rosary, just as you, the teachers, used to do at the beginning. The zeal and enthusiasm of this group are good, but you have to pay special attention to one thing. Know one another's sanskars and live in harmony with one another with a lot of love. When you have special love for someone, you mix very easily with that person. In the same way, all of you should mix with one another. When the Kumaris give the practical proof of this, others will become instruments for the service of the Kumaris. And one who becomes an instrument also receives the fruit of that. You are the showcase to inspire zeal, enthusiasm, and progress in many other Kumaris. The corporeal and the incorporeal have made this program with a lot of enthusiasm and so show the result to the same extent. You can become instruments for the progress of many Kumaris. You can save those who are equal to you from falling. Bap Dada has a lot of love for the Kumaris. Bap Dada is supremely pure, and the Kumaris are pure, and the purity attracts purity. The speciality needed at the present time is that it is the duty of all the Maharathis to fill others with their virtues. Just as the donation of knowledge is given, in the same way, there also has to be the donation of virtues. You're called Maharathis because you donate the jewels of knowledge. In the same way, the donation of virtues is also very great. It is easy to give knowledge, but it takes a little effort to give the donation of virtues. Who is the number one among all the Maharathis in donating the virtues? Janak. She has this special virtue, and so you should pick up this virtue from each other. Then Bapdada asked about the preparations for the Abu Museum. Whilst preparing the museum, be far-sighted and have a broad, unlimited intellect. Think about the future beforehand and imbibe the virtue of using time in a worthwhile way and also get it ready on time. It will be a wonder if you prepare it quickly and make it perfect. If anything is lacking or there is a defect, everyone's vision will be drawn to that defect. Let there be no defects. Only the words, "it is a wonder," should emerge from everyone's mouth. The whole divine family will see your face in the mirror of the museum. Acha. Om Shanti. This is the first Murli of today. And now we will read the second one. Can you see the screen?
No, Harpreet Ben.
Okay, 1 minute. Now it's okay.
Yes.
Okay, today's second Murli for the day is a small one, dated 20th March 1969. It says, "Renounce 7 things and imbibe 7 things." In which awareness are all of you sitting? In which world are all of you sitting? Are you in the incorporeal world or the subtle region? Have you brought the Avyakt one into the corporeal world, or have you become Avyakt? What are you experiencing in the present meeting? Maybe you just pause here for a moment and reflect on your own stage. Are you in the corporeal world or in the subtle region? You invited the Avyakt one into the corporeal world, and so Avyakt Bap Dada is meeting you in the corporeal world through the Avyakt form. How many times do you need to bring your Avyakt form into the corporeal world? We are now making preparations. We are making effort. How much time do you need? How much time do you need to bring your perfect and complete stage into the corporeal form? You can see that in the mirror, can you not? Have you seen the image of the perfect and complete stage in the corporeal form? Was the corporeal body not an example of the complete karmatit stage? Compare yourself with that and tell Baba, you have to become like that. You simply have to imbibe the virtues. So how much difference do you think there is in Baba's final stage and your present stage? How much time do you need for that? You saw the proof of the corporeal one with your eyes. Compare your actions and speech with every virtue and every action of Baba's, and you will know. According to the present time, even a difference of 25% is a lot. There is very little time for effort. And so, just as you keep a chart of remembrance together with that, you also have to keep this chart. Whatever action Sakar Baba performed, whatever stage he had, and consciousness he maintained, compare yourself with that. Acha. Today, the Kumaris are going to take the exams. In the effort you are making, imbibe 7 main things and renounce 7 things. What are they? So let's reflect on this for a moment. Which are the 7 things you would like to imbibe, and which ones would you like to renounce? So as you know, the 5 vices, I think everyone is familiar with, but Baba has added 2 more here. You tell everyone to renounce the 5 vices, and together with that, the 6th is laziness, and the 7th is fear. Fear is also a big vice. The main virtue of a Shakti is fearlessness. Therefore, you also have to renounce fear. Acha, what do you have to imbibe? Know your original form. So know your original form, your original religion, your original home, pure actions, your aim, the qualities for that aim, and you also have to spin the discuss of self-realization. Imbibe these 7 aspects. What will you become if you imbibe these 7 things? The goddess of coolness. Do not become Kali. You now have to become Shitla, the goddess of coolness. Become Kali over the vices. Be Kali in front of the devils, but become Shitla, the goddess of coolness for your Brahmin clan. Acha. Om Shanti. So very nice, Murli, both of them. Renounce 7 things and imbibe 7 things. And the earlier one, equality in the virtues of love and power. So let's just reflect on both these murlis for a while, and then we can start the churning after a minute. Okay, would anyone like to begin with the churning? Who would like to start, please?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Beautiful, powerful, and very sweet wordly. Sweet words spoken by our Baba, sweet Baba. And sister, I would like to share a beautiful point is there 3 things in 3 stars. Future we have to see on our forehead. Future, present, and perfect stage of in Paramdham also. Like 3 stars we have to visualize. And Baba said that sometimes clouds come and sometimes stars change their position. Well, everything is to be visualized very, very perfectly, very nicely. And sometimes, and Baba is Baba is telling us that don't change your position constantly. Continue like to fly high in complete stage and furnish a habit of changing position. Beautiful. And moreover, Baba has told about Amrit Vela and Namasham also. Both are important for us. And so many points. But each point is to be like discussed in detail and enjoy. I can feel uh, like beautiful Murli. 1969. All the Murlis are very nice, really. And moreover, my sister, one thing more that Baba is telling us for keeping the chart of remembrance. है ना? And one thing I would like to ask, okay, we have to write the chart, we have to give the chart to Baba, but sometimes like I get confused also. Sometimes people say that we have to give the whatever we have done good, and what and remembrance chart is different, and good karmas chart is different. Means
So,
some points will be there.
yeah, yeah. Actually, you Om Shanti again, Sister Madhu, and yes, you're very right. To cover your initial points which you made, even I felt that this Murli actually is full of visualization. I think this Murli, if you just read every line and be in the Avyakt stage, and then read this Murli, because you can actually feel the stars around you, and you reflect to those three stars which he's talking, and it's really a very beautifully visual depiction kind of a Murli. So I can relate to what you said earlier. And your question was that the chart has to be made for, one is for the how much is your progress, which people are doing the chart. But here he's also saying write a chart of how much you're equal to Baba in the virtues of love and power. So if you see, how far have you come in being equal to him? And if even 25% difference is still there, it is still a lot. So he's actually kind of hinting us that, you see, are you really like him? And that would bring you equal to him. So this is my understanding, but anybody else is also welcome to share. We are all churning together. Anyone else would like to add something on this point, on the chart? Okay, so never mind. Anything, any other fresh point, any other takeaway?
Om Shanti.
Yes, sister.
Today, Baba has, I find, insisted more on the dharna subject. Like, he did give us some, as you said, the visualization of the deities when he gave us of what we are. So he has also touched one point of what we spin, the cycle when we spin. Baba always touches on the form of the deities, but it was more on virtues. Actually, the second Murli for me came before the one, because that is the first thing we learn in Gyan. What are the seven things of the soul which we imbibe, and which, when we sit in meditation, that's the first thing we decorate the soul with: purity, peace, love, joy, bliss, powers, and knowledge. So these, the seven things which he says every time we decorate the soul with it. And I think this was something of the beginning. Then, of course, Baba speaks of the vices. And generally, it was 10, but if you see in most of the thing, Baba just adds these two, laziness, along with the five vices. He has also added laziness and fear. It is actually laziness which limits a soul, which does not allow you to reach what you see, a stage of equality with Baba. And fearlessness cripples the soul. It cripples us in thoughts, which also is one of the things which we have to renounce.
What you
This
meant
is
is
what I
fear. What you meant
got
is
from
fear, right? Fear is what cripples, not fearlessness,
Om
right?
Shanti.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, it's a very, yeah, in fact, You said this, Murli, in your eyes was coming first. Today, by mistake, in fact, I had opened both of them, but this opened first, and then I went back to the earlier one. So yes, you're right that this is a short Murli, the second one, but the 7 virtues are really important. And besides, I can see in the chat box also, Rakhiben and others have written anger, lust, ego, greed, and attachment are always the famous 5. But definitely laziness and can be a big vice, and fear is also a very big vice. Fear doesn't let you do the right thing. Fear makes you just sometimes, uh, it limits you. It doesn't empower you. If you're fearless, you're empowered. And power and fear sometimes, fearlessness sometimes also are kind of connected. Because only when you're fearless, you get empowered to do what you're supposed to do. So sometimes it can be a big vice if you're full of fear. Anybody else would like to share? I also like this nice connection with Goddess Kali and Goddess Shitla. Actually, Kali is symbolic of fearlessness, right? Of victory over the vices. So Baba has so beautifully expressed that you be Goddess Kali, but only over your vices and over the devils. But with everybody else, you're Goddess Shitla. So nicely portrayed, And although you can be visualizing like the deities with such calm and peaceful and happy images of on the face, but yet even if they're holding the weapons along, it is the power along. So there's a peaceful happy look, and there's a powerful energy along with the weapons. And this combination of love and power is what we can all be, is what Baba is trying to say actually. Anybody else would like to add on to something of this, of love and power?
Om Shanti.
Yes, go ahead.
This
Bhavna Ben?
love,
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
sister, can I speak? Om Shanti.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, brother.
Thank you. This love and power, basically love is the spiritual love, and the power is basically knowledge is power. So, and knowledge is power. So when we are connected to God, Baba is talking about 3 stars, no? So one star is like I'm a soul. That star. Second star is my father is supreme soul. Who is mine? Like who am I is the first star, and who is mine is the second star, and third star is the drama, the star of the drama. That drama is always benevolent and always kalyankari. So these 3 stars, when we are there, then this we'll be in the very powerful stage, and automatically that the virtues of God, which is love, spiritual love, will radiate to all directions, all the souls, all the souls in this world. Om Shanti.
Yes, nicely said, brother. It's a nice way of portraying. Anybody else? I think Bhavna Ben, you were saying something at the same time.
Yes, sister. Om Shanti.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not go through the Murli, but through the wonderful discussions of everyone, even I feel that yes, there should be a balance of love and power. And there are situations when people try to people are in the wrong direction. They are coming with a good intention, but they don't know what wrong they are doing. So we should not get into the influence of them. So the best way to do that is to first, if we want to consider the world as a family, then we should first the family which is there with our with us, the Lokik family, we should take them with us, as Baba has said that charity begins at home, and just have a thought of only giving to others. When we have that Sato Pradhan state of only giving to others, then automatically we get free from all the vices. So this is the best way to become comfortable and stable in every situation. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you, Bharna Bhan. That's a good point, that to keep your family also involved and keep giving with love through good vibrations, good energy, and the love will bring the power in the family as well. Yes, anybody else will like to share?
Sister,
Yes.
I just want to just add one more thing, which I have been practicing for the past 1 or 2 years. Yeah, as you said from the Murli, Shikla Devi is love. She gives a lot of coolness, and Kali is the power to see, to show that how she takes care of the vices, how she like demonizes all the people who are under her and all. That image is fine. But I have always loved the combined form, what I call it as Shiv Shakti. And for the past 1 or 2 years, we have got in BK YouTube, I am Shiv Shakti, stand up Shiv Shakti. I love to go through that 9 forms of Shiv Shakti, which is there. It's very beautiful where each stand up Shiv Shakti, take your power, stand up Shiv Shakti, take your truth, stand up Shiv Shakti, take your inheritance. I just get that feeling of a combined form whenever I listen to that. That's one thing which I keep practicing. The second one is the cycle. That when spinning the 5 forms, which Baba says we have to do in a day 8 times minimum. And these 2 things really, the knowledge which I need comes, and the Shakti gives me the power. Whenever I listen to that song, stand up, Shiv Shakti, take your inheritance, I feel it clear. I'm with Shiv Baba, and along with Shiv Baba, I'm giving love and power to the world. I just thought I wanted to share.
No, that's a very nice thought, sister. And you're absolutely right, because actually you can't really separate these. Like if you are loving and powerful is the ideal form. In fact, in the Murli, he says that also, Baba says, sometimes you have the waves of love and sometimes you stabilize yourself in power, but both should be simultaneous and equal. This is the sign of the final perfect stage of a Shakti. So loving and powerful at the same time. And I think Vinod Bhai wanted to say something. Vinod Bhai,
Yes, sister.
please
Om
go ahead.
Shanti.
Om
I
Shanti.
was wondering, as sister said, while being in family along with others, we can implement this. Baba today mentions that you will have to have harmony and then imbibe the virtues of others as well, like Janak Devi. We have to do that. That's not difficult at all. Over a period of time now, I have understood that picking up one virtue of everyone makes us go ahead in that relationship for a long time and easily. All that you have to do is that understand that everybody has one good quality and pick up that quality and try to feel the same in you, because we are Baba's children. We are having all the virtues. They might be having it in a little lesser quantity, but it is okay. But be harmony. So I wanted to share
Yes.
that.
Yes, Vinod Bhai. Very true. Very true. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? There's so many
Shanti sister.
on the.
Yes,
Yes, go ahead.
my takeaway point from this movie, very simple point. But Baba has said, take Kumaris for walk in the evening.
Yes.
7 to 7:30 time is very beautiful time, Satoguni time. So I've decided that like I will not do meditation indoor at this time. I will go out for walk and be with nature and in solitude and connect to Baba at this time. So it will make it more interesting also. And that's my like simple point I want to make.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, wonderful, sister. Because, in fact, yeah, this is actually Baba is giving a very practical method in this para where he says, remember, you go walk next to the ocean, and the vibrations are very different when you're very close to beautiful nature. And the 7 to 7:30 p.m. time, he has said that is also Satguni time. It is like Amrit Vela. So I think it's a very good thing that you reminded us, sister, because uh, we can all focus on 7 to 7:30 p.m. as well, because it is like Amrit Vela in this Murli. Anybody else would like to add any new point which has not been discussed so far? Or any other practical method of how do you actually become equal in love and power? Any thoughts on this? How can you be Goddess Shitala and Goddess Kali at the same time?
Om Shanti. I had went through an interview in which there was a group discussion, and the topic was who bring the innovation, youngsters or old people, who are responsible for innovation. So youngsters bring innovation. One group was for yes, and another one was for the no. So that was a very interesting discussion in which the point which was finalized was that old people have experience, so they give you they inform you as to what to do, but the role of youngsters is that they bring about innovation in the way of doing those things. So yes, we definitely require the experience of old people as to what to do in life, because we do not know, we do not have the experience so of right and wrong. So we have to take the advice of our elder ones, of our parents, and all the old people in our lives who are very wise. And at the same time, as we are youngsters, so we have the new ways of our ideas of how to do those things, because this makes a difference. When we go for seva, when we do the service, the more innovative we are in our ways, the more influencing or inspiring we can be for others. So this is the balance of love and power, and as you said, the balance of being Kali and Shitala Devi. We have to be soft with the people who are elder than us, who have experience. At the same time, we can be Kali because of we have the guidance of our elder ones. So they won't take time to give us the right direction, and they at the same time will save us from all the bad things in this world, which we are not in. We do not have the idea of all those things. So yes, this is the balance, because we have love for everyone, so we have to serve them, but in a right way. So this balance of love and law, again I should say that comes only with the family. And I'm giving importance to this topic, family, because the world today is very challenging as compared to the previous time. Today Maya is coming with a full force, so we do not have time. So to make our journey easy, this is the wisest way. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister, for your sharing. But when we talk about family, yes, one is if you're referring to the Lokik family, because there are lesser members there. But when we talk, if we really go back to our original form, our original religion, the whole world is our family. So actually, when you just are a free spirit, a free soul, and you see everyone in that very beautiful way, everyone pure is our family. And actually, originally, everyone is pure. So automatically, everyone is your family. It's how you look at it, of course. But thank you for your sharing. And is there any other example of this love and power combination, or even the fearlessness? How do you actually become fearless? It's not easy, huh, to be fearless. We have inner fears within us all the time in our day-to-day lives. So it is a very empowering Murli, reminding us how to overcome laziness and how to overcome fearlessness and how to be loving and powerful together. These are the three questions actually from these two Murlis for us to challenge ourselves, to reflect, make our own chart and see how our progress is in these two fundamental questions in these two Murlis. That's what is my takeaway, actually, which I'm sharing with you. Anybody would like to say anything on this before we go for the meditation?
Brother, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Sister, yeah, this the fundamental or the core thing is to be in soul consciousness stage, that I am a soul. The more we attach to the body or the role, then we become prone to the fears and the laziness and the five vices. So the key to this is key. We have to keep a chart that and keep keep having an internal dialogue with the mind, intellect, and the sanskars. Keep checking them as to they are with the body. They are attached to the body, or they are attached to the owner, that is the soul or the body. So that is one thing. And second thing is that when we consider ourselves as soul, then we have these 8 powers, Ashta Shaktiya. So once we are into that, and every Shakti has to be full 100%, and also we should be able to use it as and when there is a need during any situation. So once we are practicing this, then we get this Nav Nidhiya. The Nav Nidhiya is that 9 forms of goddess, which was just mentioned by you, or I think one of the sisters, that the 9 forms of goddesses. So that now they are Navridhiya. So, but they will be, we'll be able to feel them only when we are into that Ashta Shakti. And Ashta Shakti is basically the core is the soul consciousness. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you for the nice churning. Okay, so should we all just meditate now for some time? Let's first just calm ourselves down and focus in the center of your forehead, the inner light, the shining star, your inner soul, and see your soul now slowly exiting your body and moving up into the higher realms, leaving the earth far behind. Your soul, a beautiful shining star, crossing the solar system, crossing the universal cosmic space, connecting to the heavenly stars, and your own inner star, your beautiful soul, going still higher and higher into the subtle regions where you can connect to your own divinity. You can connect to Baba, Bab Dada, all the angelic state, the stars shining so beautifully. You're feeling and vibrating divinity in a complete state of soul consciousness. There's only love that you experience. You can even see deities that you feel attracted to in the form of that beautiful starlight, loving and kind, and yet so powerful. You can see the love and power together in them and within yourself. I am a pure soul. I am a powerful soul. I am a loving soul. I am a peaceful soul. I am a victorious soul, conqueror of the 7 vices, conqueror of Maya. I am the true Shakti, embodiment of love and power. My Baba has empowered me and blessed me. My star is shining brighter and brighter with this beautiful energy that I receive as a pure, divine, powerful, and loving soul. In 20 seconds of silence, I receive and become more powerful. And now, as I return to my body to carry out my worldly tasks, my stage will continue to be avyakt. My stage will remain in soul consciousness. And I will maintain this throughout the day. The elevated stage of soul consciousness. Love, power, conqueror of Maya. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Have a great day ahead. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Represent. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Have a blissful day.
Thank you. Om
everyone. Om
Shanti.
Shanti.